Hey everybody, Crystal with Crystal Clear College Planning, and today we're going to talk about the ultimate guide to choosing the right college. We all know that choosing college can be one of the most important decisions that our students are going to make, and there's so many options that it can be overwhelming in navigating this process. And so I'm going to walk you through some of those steps that you can think about in taking into consideration, location and size and the different cultures, so that then hopefully you can make a more informed decision when it comes to picking your college. So if you are a high school student or a parent and you're helping your student through this process, we want to make sure that you are supported. So the first step we always want to look at is assessing your needs and your goals. So that is taking into consideration different factors like the academic interests, your career goals, location preferences, campus culture, and those kinds of things. And it can help us then narrow down our options for focusing on some colleges that are going to better align with that. So when we go back and think about those things individually, then which colleges really have that variety of academic interests based on our preferences and what we're thinking about, who's going to have some of that better support when it comes to doing those internships or getting research opportunities and having those connections with the professors that can help set us up for success in getting those jobs once we're done. And then what is going to be a good fit culturally and have support for any of those pieces that are really important to us, whether it is a certain community or organization within the institution, or just based on that location, the kinds of students or people that are in the community, and do you vibe with that? And then we want you to do some research. So thinking about those things that are your priorities, what is the best avenue for us to kind of gather more information? Niche is a website that I often use in starting to investigate some schools, but I know that it can be overwhelming in starting to look at all of those different options. So I also encourage people to look directly at the college's website and look at their about page, start to figure out what it is that the institution values, and does that match up with your values as well. And then do some virtual tours, especially if we've got a lot of schools that are in different locations. It's a great opportunity for us to be able to engage with admissions and financial aid in a virtual environment and start to prioritize if it's a school that we really want to go to in person. And then we can start to get those different questions answered as well about the campus life or the student body. Is it challenging to get into some of the majors that we're considering? And those sorts of things can also help us hone in our list of schools. And the fun part is then when we actually get to go on campus and visit. In-person visits really start to allow a student to see whether they can see themselves there as part of that community, and can also clarify whether they think it's important for it to be a small school or a big school. Do I get to sit in on a class and start to see what those are going to be like? All of those different pieces and touring different facilities based on whether we're interested in sports or drama or some other piece can also be really helpful to see and further hone in on that list. And then you're going to put all of this together, right? And making that final decision. And that's also where we start to think about what kind of financial aid offers are we getting from the schools, and really honing back to what was our priorities and where does that school for us that feels like home. So I know that choosing the right college is a challenging process, but hopefully with these steps, you can make a more informed decision and set you up for success in college. And I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more college planning tips and advice.